At the age of 34, Clive Barker is a phenomenon, an award-winning short story writer, an acclaimed novelist, illustrator, playwright, scriptwriter.
There has always been plenty of hype surrounding the Clive Barker horror industry. The man who won British and World Fantasy Awards for his books of blood has recently turned his attention to making macabre movies. And now in film, just as in print, he displays an imagination which can get inside the skin of even the most unsqueamish person to produce bottomless depths of horror.
My imagination has always worked in a pretty dark fashion.
That's an understatement when you consider Creepmeister Clive Barker's track record. His reign of terror at the bookstores has given us ghoulish treats like Weave World, Books of Blood, and Imagica.
Stay in your imagination for a long time, you can't quite get rid of them. One of the ways that I deal with dreams that disturb me is to set them down in some form or other. I did a drawing of this guy years ago.
Do you get up in the middle of the night and draw?
And I keep a notebook beside the bed, and it's, you know, some people keep a dream journal, which is just words. I keep a dream journal, which is words and images. And it's a way of, I suppose, making an account of what's going on in my subconscious. This is what's going on.
The brain is always working.
Yeah, really. Well, some brains are always working.
What do you talk about on dates, I just wonder?
How my brain works.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
All right.
Painting when I was 45, and it was like opening a door into a whole new world. It was love at first sight. It was like, oh Lord, why have I waited this long to open a tube of this paint? It was like discovering I had another life waiting for me.
Come with us.
While Pinhead's hellish pranks send shivers down moviegoers' spines, Barker believes his film's truly horrifying moments are those that hit much closer to home.
The great scares, I think, in Hellraiser are not really related to Pinhead. They're related to discovering that your stepmother is a murderess with a hammer. I mean, that's the human level upon which the narrative is working.
Are you ready for the eclectic one? AKA Pat is here.
And we are live, people. Double screens, drawing table, and me right over here. So I can point to myself. This is when you know you're at the precipice of all technology, when you can literally point to yourself in real time. Everyone, we got some AKA chatters kicking it up right here. We got that woo. TW Joshua is up, my friend. We got White Claw getting some adverts here. Look, people, it's not just White Claw, because I got something spectacular here. We are Team Truly, believe it or not. Don't mind my phone. We're Team Truly here. Truly started my love for seltzer. White Claw just rhymes with drawing. Let me silence this. We have a Bills game heating up too. I'm rooting for the Bills this year. We got 8% alcohol. Come on, mango, peach mango. I mean, peach mango is like the greatest thing ever. So let's just get this going. We got Doris. We got Doris already in the chat, setting in for the evening. You know what, Doris? Get ready for some electric art, because the reason. Oh, I need some of this. I've had a long day. Oh, ooh. Whoa. That is 8% alcohol. Okay, people. Real quick. Why is Clive the King Barker? I call him Clive the King Barker because he is the king of horror, not Stephen King. Why is Clive Barker in the intro? Because I bought this book for $4, okay? And I got re-obsessed with so much about this dude's life, lifestyle, art, film, everything. Okay, and for the 5th year going, I do Inktober every single year. So this year for Inktober, year 5 for me. Okay, like I wanted to do a companion complimentary tribute to Clive Barker by doing a sketchbook in Clive Barker's style. Now, you guys want to see the problem with this? By the way, I do fully complete sketchbooks. I don't just like draw in them. We make books out of my sketchbooks, okay? So I started rocking and rolling, but I slowed down. The reason why I slowed down is because we've been hardcore with Jacktober. And Jacktober, we can fast forward. Day 15, Decide. Day 16, Odin. Day 17, Negative Zone. You guys, Celestial here. So we're practically caught up with that. And then in addition to, because there's always, look, when it comes to Monday Night Draw and Claw, we deal with arithmetic. So there's always additions. We have Jack Kirby 2019, Jacktober 2019 that I decided to also start. And for this one, I got up to day 7. I have Sleeper sketched out. And I'm not too crazy. Anyone out there, let me know. Is this Galactus passable? Because I thought it was dog shit. I thought this fucking drawing was dog shit. I couldn't put it down. I did the old school G because I didn't have to look it up. I'm going from the gray matter. But the gray matter dictates that Galactus had a G on his crescent, on his emblem, in his first 3 appearances, right? He had the G, maybe first appearance, maybe Fantastic Four 48, 49. We got X-Men here. So I want to rock and roll. I want to open the evening up with some Inktober Clive Barker goodness. Can you tell that alcohol's already hitting me? If you want to support your boy, okay, let's just get me out of here real quick. You want to support your boy, UZI SUZI? Go to Etsy. If you're watching this on YouTube, links should be down below. Go to Etsy. Type in UZI SUZI. Order yourself a $25 early bird kit. You get the pink edition, which is first edition only. This is a mini comic, by the way. This is an outlaw comic. I made this for a reason. But you get 2 trading cards, 2 die-cut stickers, and 1 mini poster for $25 good dollars. And these trading cards, look, do you hear that? These trading cards are legit. They're real cards. They're matte finished, okay? I matte finished these, and then the backs are essentially unfinished. But I wanted the backs to be a little tough to read, a little imperfect, and rough. You guys hear that? And the reason for that, okay? And the same that goes for UZI SUZI. I want UZI SUZI to have a really good cardstock cover and almost like semi-gloss pages to show off the work, okay? Now, I'm probably going to do another run of UZI SUZI with different paper types and different colored covers, and those editions are going to be $10 a piece. But for now, we're only offering the $25 edition. UZI SUZI. This is, I say it here, this is my love letter emulating the rawness of Toxic Avenger, RoboCop, RoboCop 2, Scanners, Turbo Kid, and They Live. All right, people? We draw with fire here. And we get pissed. Also, you guys, check this out. I'm so look, let's put me back in. I'm back. But people, we know how much Dune means to me. If you go to my YouTube, just search Dune, you find Dune stuff. I got my new comic pages in. Okay? All right. Boner time. Oh, I got my entire phone like visible. Sorry, guys. Boner time. Because let me read you. Frank Herbert, the writer, creator, mastermind, genius behind Dune. I because every single run of these original like printed pages, I do a new quote. Okay, enemies make you stronger, allies make you weaker. So if you don't hate me, you ain't helping me. So we got some misprints of these in the back. Not a big deal, you know, like that's worked within the system. But we're going to maybe pull some of those because I have character artwork to get to. Okay, and by character artwork to get to, I am like a little bit. I'm like almost at the stage again where I'm just massively behind on everything until I just like lock the doors, commit, and like catch up real quick. So there's people waiting for design work, there's people waiting for website work, there's people waiting for illustration work, people waiting to get invoiced. People, you and me. I'm talking to you. This is endless. Okay? This quest, this journey, this idea, it's endless. And it's endless for a reason, because if you're not constantly grinding, if you're not like just obsessing over the blank white sheets of paper, obsessing, you don't grow, you don't make friends, you don't make contacts, you don't make friends, you don't meet the girls. We like meeting the girls when we do this stuff. So you're with me, we're all in this. And we got yes, finally someone gets it. Facts are in the house. So I'm just going to do some light sketch work. I have 2 characters for a short story. And I don't know. One's like an evil Ernie ripoff, and one's like a Lady Death ripoff. And they're going to fight against this guy named the Wildcat. I had the layouts. I don't know where I put them. I lost my layouts again. But we're going to draw them here for the first time. And then we're going to get into Inktober. But boom. You want to see some good flexing? Look at that. Look at that flex. How sexy is this? So I got a little bit of a network from my like comic book shop days. Network I never really utilized because I don't like comic stores. I don't like comic book conventions. I generally don't like the people that go into comic shops. Now, that doesn't mean I can't hang out, ball out with them, have some drinks, do some coke, meet some girls with them. But generally, the attitude within comic shops, it attacks me. It hurts me. But I do have some good friends. I love them all. It's actually pretty hardcore, Galactus. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Jean-Luc, my bud. Thank you. Well, what else do we got here? What else we got? 8% is wine cooler or malt liquor. At this point, it's a seltzer, but you can kind of compare seltzers to malt liquor. Wine coolers, I think we're only at 3 to 4%, right? Famously low percentile. Yeah. We always do the sunglasses, okay? Because you know why? Doris, hope you're listening. I'll tell you right now why we do the sunglasses. Because if I took these suckers off, my power, my energy, just like Cyclops, it would just blind anyone watching this and make my drawing experience very difficult. But check this out though, real quick, people. There's something to reprints. There's something to good reprints. And then there's like the actual source material, like DKR here. There's something to learn from the physical floppies, okay? Dark Knight Returns has been very well reprinted. I mean, there's always a good reprint edition. Owning this, I will say it, it's a flex. Okay, you can buy reprints for next to nothing on Amazon. You can buy DKR trade paperbacks for I think $7. Now, the paper quality is going to vary per edition. I do prefer the earlier trade paperbacks when it comes to the DKR, just because the paper quality is closer to what I'm about to show you, which is this. Okay, so right now, I just want you guys to see. You see it? Second printing, number 2, second printing. So I got like a really excellent like raw deal. The guy gives it to me in like a bag. I take it out of the bag, I throw it into my backpack, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This is my drawing table copy. Like, I don't like. Why the fuck would I want to invest in comics? Investing in comics is the stupidest thing I've ever. Okay, if you want a good investment, buy Uber stock. It's like $50. Uber's not going to go away. In less than 10 years, that stock's going to be about $600. Just fucking go buy some Uber stock if you want to be Mr. Investor. Okay. So, yeah. So I think there's still. So I kind of like I had these at one time. I sold them. And a little bit of the reason why I was like drawn back to like repurchasing this essentially is because I kind of forgot what the end pieces were. Okay, and I forgot how prestige it was, meaning was there ads, was there trade paperback ads, or something that ran through this. And look, it is a straight up presentation of the story, and this is a lot of just the format. Is a lot of what I want to emulate for Trial by Fire and Dark Hero, 2 upcoming books. Trial by Fire, we're working on finishing that and shipping that. So, but it's stuff like that. So there is a value in some of these original. Can we get rid of my ugly mug? Okay, glasses are off though. But there is something to the original editions. Okay. Yeah, we're all laughing our asses off, Doris. But no, everyone. So let's do this. We have to draw. We have to draw. Look, this is what I mean by misprint. Like, see here, it's just it's not aligned. I couldn't like, and look, it's unaligned and it's unfinished here. So yeah, we're going to butcher it. We're going to create some characters. And look, I'm all for. I don't like you. Do we need like a scrolling? Oh, thank you, Doris. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do though. Let's just throw in. I mean, look, I gotta maximize my time, right? So we need a little bit of a like a banner, right? We need something scrolling across the bottom. So let's create a banner, okay? Let's just do what up, aka others, big question mark. All right, we're going to scroll. We're going to boom. We got that. We got this sucker coming in hot. All right, people. We like to have a good time. Give me some comments. Feed me along the way. Evil Ernie ripoff, right? So let's just turn this sideways. Let's start with the head. What is our Evil Ernie ripoff? If you people don't know, I am a huge fanboy for the early Chaos books. Okay, I like Chaos comics. I think everything that Brian Pulido did during the 90s and 2000, I just think it's very innovative, progressive, aggressive, like all that stuff. I remember like hearing when Chaos was like closing shop too, and it's just like one of those things that you doesn't feel right. Like Chaos not being on the comic shelves, the comic shop just didn't feel complete without Chaos Comics. Because the shop, I was just having this discussion too this weekend. There was a guy in the old comic shop I used to work at. It was actually I can dox it because it's not around anymore. It was called Hall of Heroes in New Jersey, and Hall of Heroes See, like, okay, real quick, everyone. See the shape? The shape is meaningless here. There's nothing unique about it. My free association artwork is not good. It's not good. Okay. We need so here's the problem with this is there's nothing unique about it already. And I need something like hair. Sorry, we're just kind of talking. I mean, like Evil Ernie kind of has these like it's almost like right. Can we say Evil Ernie had like a Jerry curl? Is that bad to say? Right, Evil Ernie had a Jerry curl. Our guy, it's like even Evil Ernie kind of had more of a like design, like shape. There was like a good shape with his look. Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't. Maybe I'll call this guy like Evil Chad or something. Yeah. People, I really don't know. I don't know if this is even worth it. We're not even. I mean, this isn't even. There's nothing redeemable about this. Let's just hit some of the inks. Yeah, so Evil Ernie was very distinctive, very unique. My two biggest like shocks, just of like companies going, I guess maybe three, was like Valiant Comics disappearing into Acclaim Comics, and you kind of saw like the writing on that wall. That was one. Number two was like Dreamwave closing shop. I think Dreamwave may have lasted only like 2 years. And then the closing of Chaos Comics. I mean, just and then I guess what I felt like was just a blow to like it's like a blow to the ordering, a blow to investments people made into characters was cross-gen. Because the crazy thing is people trash cross-gen now. They trash almost like everything, but they trash cross-gen. And I never understood why, because cross-gen did put out a fantastic book. Mystic good, Sigil good. And cross-gen had a lot of supporters. There was just a lot of people buying cross-gen books. What was the Ruse? The Mark Waid book, right? I think that was Mark Waid, Scott Eden. Feel free to fact check me on that one. Ruse is maybe one of the most underrated books to come out of the 2000s. Yeah, it's a bit of a Jerry curl in these picks. Yeah, very right, like very Rick James. You know, and I guess maybe like that's what we need for this. So we're emulating that. So like maybe I can just give him like right, like almost like maybe we'll do like a shaped Jerry curl. We'll make his eyes a little bit more expressive. We'll still give him like a skeletal jaw. Yeah, maybe with like some membrane just like holding the jaw in place. And we'll knock down the brow. So when it comes to I get from time to time, I'll get because I'm not considered much of a character designer. And I don't think most people are. I think character designer is a job. It's a job for animation. And concept design, right? Like if you're making video game, movie, animation, you need character designers. If you're making comics, okay, the last thing you want to do is waste time designing characters, because your job's to draw the comic, and you want to spend as much time drawing the comic as possible. And I don't like the idea of someone who designs characters and then hand them like, like the guy drawing the book should be the guy designing the book. And this is a part of like many conversations I've had with people, because sometimes you'll see like a post, you'll be like, someone like on Instagram or like some crap will just be like, oh, I'm looking for a designer for like this. And look, I give everyone a shot. I talk to a lot of people throughout the week on, just what their projects are, what their plans are. Like I had actually a really, hopefully a good exchange with someone today from Philly. From I think they're from Fishtown. About doing a horror book, and I said, look, let's do it this way. And I give people suggestions, and I always suggest Kickstarter first or Indiegogo. Like, let's crowdfund it. Let's just get the momentum with that and take everything from there. But a lot of people, they just want to act like that they're like they have that George Lucas syndrome. And they literally think comic books work like some of these like Star Wars documentaries work. Cheers, by the way. And they don't. Getting a comic book artist to do everything, the more you can get one artist to do, the better your book is going to be. The more you break apart the production for your book, again, you're adding cooks to the kitchen. And homie don't play that. I don't like a lot of those ideas. I like single vision. Okay? That's why we were talking about Dark Knight earlier. Okay? Single motherfucking vision. And that's good for you too, because you can, if you're into project management, as I am, because I love project management. Mostly because I talk to a lot of project managers throughout the week. And I'm always like the guy asking too many questions. But you want to eliminate your points of failure. Like if you hire an artist, the more that artist can do, that's proven. The more they can do that you can see, the better your book's going to turn out. And that's why, like I'll pitch more than one thing to people. And most people like to play manager though, so they want to just kind of act like that they're Steve Jobs. And it's like, well, that's not really making comics. Let's just all calm down and make some good books. So here's the solution. He's going to have like flippy hair here, flippy. And then he's going to have that Jerry curl, creating almost like it's going to be like a little bit like a triangle pattern. And he's going to look hardcore. Okay? He's going to look cooler than the cucumber. Yeah, so what this is for, there's this guy named CB Smallwood. He's one of my Twitter boys. And he created this character maybe like 2 years ago called Wildcat. Great fucking name. Don't even have to say it. You guys know I would like that. And with Wildcat, I did almost like just like a piece, because he posted stuff online. I was like, it's a cool character. Let me just fucking draw him. So I did this like full color piece, and I think he got like sick, or he like disappeared for a while. and then came back to social media, and I messaged him like right away. I was like, dude, I'm like, where you been? Like, what's happening? Everything cool? And we talked and stuff, and he started live streaming. He started doing, I think he does drawing after hours. It's called like, or after midnight, something like that. And I watch some of his stuff. I watch it when I can. That's what we all do. And then he popped in on here on one this very stream, and we kind of went back and forth about doing a short story. So he's got Facebook group, Wildcat Anthology, and we are I guess I'll be like posting this in there very soon. But I'm only doing this because he was asking me what my characters were going to be. And I was like, well, I got this type of character that he'll be going up against, and it's like more of a like cabin in the woods type story. And he's like, well, I'm going to be doing like artwork and stuff, so I want to include your characters like on the cover. So at that point, I'm just like, well, let me just do some character drawings, and we can take it from there. Because normally, I'm all for designing on the page. I don't think that takes away from. I mean, if you understand the principles of character design, and I would say like you can extend that to like anatomy, like basic anatomy will teach you a lot about how clothing and drapery can fit over the body. So when you put like a costume on someone, you can make decisions. You can make those little micro decisions that will like accentuate like a quadricep or a bicep or a leg. Like you can make those like little decisions in your design work right there on the page. You don't need to sketch it out. Just draw it on the page. Like save time. See, that's what I mean. See, like I said earlier, but there you go. Get in focus, camera. Like how I wanted the jaw to be like dropped, and I want like a little bit of like membrane to kind of, hook it up. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well tonight. We're using the Crow Quill, a already forgotten, right? Like kind of mystical inking tool, since everything is digital right now. Hey, look, I get it. Digital artwork, the guys doing digital, I don't understand how they don't just get I don't understand how they're not priced out of comics, because your rate should be like penciling, inking. Look, hey, if it is some design work, like even if it's on the page, like you gotta discuss that. But then pre-press, like they're producing print ready files when you draw digitally. Like you're eliminating some of that production thread. So how are they affordable? Because you're doing you're saving time. You're eliminating jobs too if you're digital. Or is that just kind of like rolled into the pricing for these people, which is why most of their artwork is, I don't know. I just think digital artwork is too perfect. The proportions are just not fun. They're not fun to look at, because they just use the resize tool. They'll sketch ahead and like resize it, which also gives no excuse to any digital drawing that doesn't have proportions, even if it's within a style. Like you can be stylized in digital, but you need proportions. And we do slobber. We do drool. Here we go, kids. Check that out. Oh, dude, Skull Diamond, how are you? Skull Diamond, I was harassing someone today about the anthology, just so you know. I know you were curious about that. And I don't know. I mean, definitely two of the people are out, and another person I think is just too busy. But I will harass them. But at that point, yeah, dude, like we might be 15 pages or 3 pages short of what we were kind of like talking about. So, but you know, we're going to hold out hope. We're still going to do it. Just going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, I just hate. I'm sorry. I know I'm complaining. I just hate the idea of doing artwork on a comic page that doesn't involve story. Now, technically, a cover does involve story, but cover is a little bit different. But everyone, thank you so much. Everyone gets a cookie tonight for hanging out with me. The greatest live stream of all time. Cookie time. So here we go. Keep in mind, too, we have wonderful products, wonderful ways to support the AKA Pad network to grow that army. Things even like an email address. It all means a lot. It adds up. Takes a lot of peanuts to feed an elephant. Holla if you hear me. I always like to do like a little like snot too, like, you know, just like gnarly stuff. Like, I don't consider myself a horror like artist, but I know like I draw like darker things just because I like stuff to look textured and gritty. So like a lot of that just lends itself to what people associate with horror. And see, we got that flippy flip hair happening right now. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we got some of this stuff going here. I mean, look, a lot of times sorry, my voice got high pitched there. So there's so many like cross disciplines when you work in comics, right? That you have to kind of draw architecture, you have to draw vehicles, like all that stuff, right? And I don't know. I think like the best approach for that is to understand your limitations and what the job is, like what is the deadline, because if you're not able to draw a sizable amount from memory, you're going to struggle with everything. Now that doesn't mean like, you know, like you're going to have reference files, you're going to have you're going to Google things, like if you got to draw the Capitol building or whatever, right? Like you're going to utilize research. But at the same time, the more you have to look up, the more you have to learn to draw, the slower you're going to get. So there's a little bit of an intersection there. And I think a lot of people, what they revert to is they're like, well, I'll just be like a cover artist. I just want to do covers. Well, the better illustrator you are would mean that you're a better comic book artist, like overall, and then you would be a better cover artist. Then I don't view the two of much of an intersection. Your objective shouldn't be to be a cover artist. Your objective should be to learn to be a weapon in the realm of comics as best you can. And drawing takes time. So if you put that time into it, like, you're going to get results. You're going to grow. But I just think there's a lot of shortcut like people out there. They're they have this mindset that they can they can trick the system and do these things, and it's just like, no, like you're tricking yourself by not drawing more. You're tricking yourself by subtracting yourself from the equation. Because drawing does take time. Learning the ink or learning what inking is takes time. I think anyone that pencils should be able to ink their own work. And I think the people that don't are lazy. Right? I know some of these are very unpopular opinions. I'm not lazy. I draw every day. Well, you can draw every day and still be lazy. There's just I think the modern age it creates, I guess even it echoes everywhere. Just like a lack of commitment, like a lack of want, a lack of gust. And that's not me. That is not how we operate. That is not what the AKA Pad Army is all about. That's not why you guys are here. Like, we're here to grow and get better together. Let's bring that up a little bit closer. There we go. Got some good hair texture there. Some of that hair, I pre-rendered some whiteout marks in there, just so there's like a little bit of a sheen, of a reflection. So let's get to some of this. So, I mean, a lot of his outline is going to be pen, and we're echoing Evil Ernie here. So he's going to have like detailed ends, and then everything from the ends to like his face is going to be black, just like Evil Ernie. So like we kind of want his hair to be a shape. And the reason for that is like we want a forward texture, we want a forward movement. So look, a lot of people they're addicted to using blacks or drawing in blacks. I'm almost like the opposite. Like my style, what I'm drawn to is movement. I like movement and I like energy. A lot of movement. And why is that? It's because we're straight up savage. We just go. We don't give a shit. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's almost like if you spend enough time on planet Earth, you do learn a lot about what matters and what doesn't. Even when it comes to like drawing comics, being a contractor, like all that stuff. And you'll find that there's just a lot of people out there. They're like time thieves. And they just want you, like, they just want to waste your time. They're like, they themselves, they have a trigger for it. Like, they're addicted to being a time thief. And most people that are time thieves, they are very good at it. Those are the people you got to look out for. And sometimes you can, you can mold them, you can fix them. Sometimes you can get stuff out of them. But in all, they are better to be avoided. So my big concern here is not really drawing like super accurate hair, but I'm very concerned about what the shape is going to be, because we entered into this design wanting to echo and just be contrarian to the overall face and impression, or I'll say silhouette of Evil Ernie. Because look, when I talk about this a lot with the podcast, with my, like, at this point, daily show, aka Pad's Audio Audacity, available on every single social media podcasting network, that it's intent. So when you enter into a drawing, a short story, a painting, like if you're acting, anything, right? Even if you're cooking a hot dog, you need a level of intent. You need like a level of storytelling. And that, like, that's why intent's important, because intent's going to guide you with that. That's like your guessing check. So, yeah, and you have to have a little bit of confidence to know what that intent is, to seek it. And I just think a lot of people, when they criticize things, when they look at stuff, they don't have intent. They don't. I think if you factor in intent when you watch a movie, even if it's a movie you don't like, and you rewatch it and you consider the intent, I'll say, like, it can change your impression of the movie. And I talk about that a lot. I mean, we're seeing a lot of it now happening with that new Halloween movie, where so many people are missing the intent of the movie. And what that happens is that it creates, I think it just creates like a false impression when it comes to how you receive it. It's almost like you're creating a false memory for yourself. So we're getting there with this. I mean, it's not truly perfect, but it is going to be an original character premiering in the Wildcat anthology. I don't even have a name for the story yet either. I need a name. I need a name for this guy. I mean, if it's Evil Ernie, it should be like a riff on Evil Ernie, right? Like Dead Ted, or just something like that. Like something that rhymes a little, or there's a little bit of like onomatopoeia to it. And I can go back in with the pen and pull out some of these like flicks of hair, some of these pops, to add like a little bit more of that just like texture that we always talk about. And everyone too, just to be clear, Find Skull Diamond on social media and follow this mother effer. And Doris, what about you? What's your, do you have social media links? What are we doing with you? People, we do shout outs here appropriately. Yeah, so I do think we have like a little bit of a decent shape here, right? The objective was to create a new shape. That's the only thing we wanted. Maybe I should like start whispering like Joe Biden does. I love it when he whispers. It's hot. Okay, yeah, Doris Jones, labor. All right, Doris, do we have to like dox you? Do we have to look you up? We got to find you. Where the heck are you? I'm going to try and look you up right now, so people can see. Oh, here we go. Yes, excellent. Yeah, like very cool stuff. Very cool. See, look at that hotness right there. Rocking and rolling. Yeah, see, here we go. We promote people. Look, you don't need to you don't need to make comics. You just need like something to say. You need a story. You like let everything else come after. There's been plenty of great comics that didn't have what you would call like mainstream artwork. Just create just create stories. And have like a good time doing it. Like go to a Kinko's, find a photocopy machine. There's so many digital printers online. I mean, you can do digital printing so freaking cheap right now. And then like bang. Like time to start moving product, moving your story. So I'm going to I guess a little bit of just to give everyone. That is my handle everywhere. Excellent. We will hopefully more AKA Patters find you, Doris. And thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you so much. So I'm just like zapping some of these pencil lines because I'm going to hit it with the white out just so we get a little bit more from the hair. Now, traditionally, like normally, I would use these very thin jelly whiteout pens, like these ones. But these ones don't work with this smoother paper. I changed up my paper because smooth paper makes me quicker. Okay, so we have these and we have the Pistols. Okay, so these two are my focus now. The nibs for these are bigger. That's what she said. These ones are far smaller, and I do favor the detail I could get out of these. So, like we kind of make do. When you change material, when you pivot like that, there's going to be a trade-off. There's going to be a sacrifice. And I think otherwise, my productivity is more with smoother paper. And that also makes it optimal for me to ink my own work. So, like, again, making me a little bit more valuable, a little bit more of a weapon for a lot of people that do want to work with me. See what I mean? Like, we're just building, we're like reverse engineering some of this texture. Because that's really what you want. You want the more texture, the better. Even if you're drawing in like a cartoony style, your texture comes through because you have to draw and simplify some of that texture. So like you're always conscious. I guess that's the point I'm getting at. You're always conscious of texture. You should always be conscious of it. It's not just a style thing. It is a drawing thing. I kind of was like just looking at this guy. I kind of want to call him the evil jerk. Like, I don't know why. Why is that? I just think that's a funny name. But AKA Patters, welcome to the show. Thank you. Yeah, I've really gotten into just like looking forward and like just like mentally preparing for Monday Night Draw and Claw. I look so forward to it right now. And that was one of my goals going into 2021. Like I wanted to I knew I was going to have to put time into it, but I had to sacrifice video content. Couldn't do as many videos, but I really had to crank up the live streams. So I just kind of like aggressively went into live streaming with the idea that, like a lot of reps, a lot of practice was just going to make me better and better. And I was going to get good with discussing things off the top of my head, just getting practice and talking and drawing, because that's not easy. Talking and drawing is not an easy thing. I know there's people out there that are probably naturals at it that will say otherwise. But for me, not easy. Can you look at your Twitter? Yeah. I mean, you mean like bring it up? Let's see. Oh, geez, what is happening on my? Oh, here we go. Oh, Doris, look at that. Yes, here we go. Yeah, see, this is how we do things. So we're going to retweet that right now. But yeah, thank you so much. That is cool. I like that guy though. I like his eyes are better than my eyes. I'll tell you that. To me, these are just like typical, but yours seem to have a bigger brow. But no, like, so that's a part of it. It is a part of like breaking the mold and just saying fuck it and just start doing things. I like I don't understand people that tell me stuff. Like I was working on this one book with this guy. I use a different name, but his name is I call him Chris Dix because he's a dick. Yeah, yeah, like yeah. No, that's a part of it, man. Like we're in this like flow here of like, we should all be learning and teaching one another, right? Like, geez. But no, and so we were developing this book, right? Like, I know some AKA patterns know the story, right? But it's right here. So I spent all this time developing this book. Spent 5 months developing this book. It was going to be called Dark Hero. Like here's like like just randomly here's some shit from it, okay? And this dude bugs out, and along the way I was trying to get him to be a part of like Monday Night Draw and Call because we used to promote the book, and I would just openly be like working on pages, and he would just go on and on throughout the day, just being a complete like insecure dude, saying that his biggest fear is being on camera, like all of this stuff. And I'm like, dude, like we have to sell a book. Like, let's just come on, like we'll do that. And he would only come in like via chat, just like really pathetic stuff. That's why I wasn't surprised when he dropped the book. And I will be relaunching it and taking it over. So there you go. And the book's going to make $1 million, and he's going to feel he's going to be. Then he'll probably sue me. But no, really cool stuff, Doris. I am very flattered. God damn it, dude! There's just too much. Social media is too much work, everyone. I just gotta say, too much work sometimes. Yeah, so we want this guy to be kind of like skinny, right? We want him to be a skinny boy. And we want him to be like a little hunched over. Here we go. And we have to dress him. We need a name for him. We'll call him Teddy Dreddy. That's good, right? Come on, people. Evil Ernie, Teddy Dreddy. Place your bets. So Evil Ernie has, look, I don't know, I can't grab it. I got like a huge Evil Ernie statue here too, like huge. But Evil Ernie has, he has like a talking pin called Smiley. I'll look that up. I'll just show people that because I know now some of you are drawing. Smiley, here we go. Let's do this here. So here's Smiley right here. See? And Smiley is he actually, I think he had 3 one-shots, maybe 1 miniseries and 2 one-shots, but he's the pen of Evil Ernie, and he has his own like backstory. This is the stuff that made Demon Daddy. I like Demon Daddy, actually, like Daddy. Maybe we'll just create a third guy. Maybe we'll just create like a third dude that's the like Demon Daddy. That's how we'll do it, Doris, right here. We'll end this story with the revelation when Teddy Dreddy is like vanquished. We'll reveal Demon Daddy. Okay? We'll set it up. And Demon Daddy will just look like, I guess we'll give him like a dad bod. Like all that stuff. But we need like Evil Ernie kind of had, like, he should be design wise the exact opposite of Evil Ernie. So if Evil Ernie's like cool with like a leather jacket, Teddy Dreddy will have like overalls on, like stuff like that. Like stuff that's not fashionably sound. And maybe we'll give him like a like 2 eyeballs on his overall buckles here to emulate a little bit of Smiley. But yeah, we kind of want, I guess we do. I mean, with this type of hair, because it is like a mullet, right? And I think Teddy Dreddy having a mullet to complement Evil Ernie's Jerry curl. I think it's there, right? I mean, I think that's funny. People want humor. That's what they really want. People want to laugh. Because the world sucks, everyone. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes, Crocs. Dude, how funny. That's so funny you said that, Doris, because I was in a Crocs store over the weekend debating on which ones to buy. Because I just said, like, because you know what, to me, like, I think I know, like, the young kids, like, right, like all the youngins are the ones like wearing the Crocs. But I think if you're a refined older gentleman like myself, I think those guys, the ones that wear Crocs in that scenario, are the confident guys. I think it's like Crocs today is yesterday's version of the pink polo for men. And I don't know if I'm being oh yeah, we'll do Crocs, but we'll also do like he'll have like almost like knee-high tennis socks, right? Tennis socks with those stripes. Yeah. That Croc thing is golden, Doris. No, I'm just exploring. I'm smoking excitement and style. So we're going to back it off here. We're going to do my micron. I don't like microns at all, but I use them because I'd rather I'd rather use the crow quill when it comes to fuck it. We'll just use the crow quill. Because the crow quill requires skill. So that's why I use them. Hey, I think when it comes to that stuff, the hell with it. Like, like never hold yourself back. I mean, like let's say I bought the Crocs and I, like maybe they just didn't fit, like, just wardrobe wise, like, right? Because sometimes you can pull something off and sometimes you can't. But like either way, they cost $50. So it would, in my eyes, it would have been a $50 mistake. Here we go. So like I'm on these, but the reason why I'm on these is because my Porsche design one, which like you twist it like this to get the layout. I don't know, somehow it's not. I gotta figure out why it's not pumping out the lead. But I was using this exclusively up until 2020, and I still have to fix it. But I like the idea of just having one nice pen to do all of your work in, like one nice pencil, one nice pen, like all of it. Because I think that does unlock a little bit of a discipline to where like you have material that is it's like only for a purpose. And I think that there's a lot to be unlocked with that. And I think when it comes to like getting back to like Crocs and fashion and stuff, I think when it comes to dressing yourself, I think that's the attitude with some of your clothes too. Like having an expensive jacket can unlock a little bit of your personality. And your materials should do that too. You should never be afraid to spend money on materials. Cheers. This is I think there's a bug in. I think there's a bug in there. This is Red Bull, by the way. But yeah, so we're rocking and rolling, everyone. Yeah, maybe like so even this, like as quickly as from this version to this, like Teddy Dreddy works a little bit better with like a balding scalp, I'll say. I'm sure if he was a real person, he would animately try and convince me not to give him a balding scalp, because that is something men like no man wants to hear that. Yeah, and it really is like it's a lot of, I want to say drawing, because drawing is anything, right? Like you can draw on typing paper, notebook. You don't need those things to learn how to draw, but when you start to execute your drawings and actually like produce things, that is where you should be very open to all materials, like all levels of experimentation, like all of that stuff, because that's a little bit like that's the craftsmanship side. And that's where like some of that secret sauce can come in, where like someone's work just looks a little bit different. Like it just like physically has like a different impression. Yeah, like that's a lot of it. Like even with paint, like see, I use like this is from Blick. These are like $1. I use this for like my I dip my toothbrushes in this to do like splatter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look, and it doesn't mean like you spend your whole paycheck on materials. You should kind of know exactly what you need to get some things done, but you should also treat yourself like a corporation. And what does a corporation do? Like corporation, they spend a lot of time, a lot of money in research and development. It's called R&D. And you have to treat yourself like you're your own R&D department, and kind of say, hey, this time I'm buying a different paper. This time I'm going to buy a slightly different material to really see what happens. And then if it doesn't work, I mean, it's okay. Get rid of it. Most art supplies, most are cheap. They're cheap to experiment with. So do it. Experiment. But here we go. I mean, I really like this guy's posture, Joe. Posture. Can I talk? Maybe I'm having too much of this. Yeah, and a little bit of the, because again, like Evil Ernie being subject of 90s angst. I mean, anything coming out of the 90s needs to have leather straps on the limbs of the body. You need leather straps. Just admit it. In the personal life, leather straps too can be good for other things. So here we go. Yeah, and keep in mind too, like this process here is the one thing I can get out of it is I can pre-visualize now before I hit the page. That will speed me up, meaning I can see this character like in my mind's eye before I attack the page, and that is extremely helpful. Yeah, yeah. Just admit that we all need the leather straps. But yeah, I mean, like this is, look, drawing is like, it's definitely a process, and there's study that goes into it. But I do feel like too that even today there's things that are like, it's like a fetish. People like they have to build comic book libraries, like just to learn how to draw comics, and like I'm like, come on, that is, oh, I'm not saying don't study and learn comics, but if you think you have to build a library or spend any money, because so much is available for free on the internet, but if you really feel like you have to build like a library and spend endless money on things, you're not interested in making comics, because it's very simple. You either spend time making comics or reading comics, and that's it. Or I won't even say reading, I'll say collecting, because I know a lot of people that go to comic shops, and they go every Wednesday or whatever day they come out, and it's a habit, it's an addiction, and they're really not even reading the books. They're not. And I would say that's a majority of comic fans. I really don't feel like that they read the material. Here we go. So I'm going to do my best in, right, Crocs kind of have like a strap that you slide your foot in. Like I said, like this is a good example to what I was saying earlier. Like, learn to draw, and you can draw things, like, and you can get off the high horse about everything having to be perfect all the time. That's not drawing. Drawing is completing the assignment. And sometimes you just got to be quick and just say, fuck it. Like, it is what it is, and you have to move on. And if you're not able to garner that attitude, you're not going to be useful to people. Your goal, if you want to like draw and get paid and do all these things, your goal should be to become you become useful to people. And that's it. become useful to people. Don't play the game that you're a perfectionist and it's going to take time. No one buys that, especially anyone willing to pay. Now, that doesn't mean through the course of a project. Well, you might kind of make the argument to give yourself more time to do better work. But that's different because that's within a contract. Everything's different when money is exchanged. Nothing happens until money is exchanged. So we're just going to add some like blacks here for the hair to crank up that silhouette, that sweet, sweet silhouette that we love. So we also have to design the counterpart of him, which would be Lady Death. And we need our own like version of Lady Death also. So what are we doing? What's the name for the Lady Death? I guess that's a little easier one to rhyme. A little bit easier. And Lady Death is like she's white, which is really kind of what makes the character. Like it really is. It's like it's not even her anatomy. It's really her. Like she looks like she looks like beautiful death. It's such a interesting play, like with that decision. And I really feel like that's why she like took off. It really wasn't her boobs or anything. It was just the idea that she was like a pure white like version of death. I don't know. Yeah, and then you had like Death from DC Comics also echoing a lot of that sentiment. So let's just do like a little bit of. It's just black. We don't even know. Let's just do it. We're going to do like a little bit of a Prismacolor logo here. So tonight I gotta record an episode for Scream 3 because I'm wrapping up the Scream trilogy. The greatest horror trilogy of all time. I don't know. Like, is there even a horror trilogy that competes with Scream? I don't think there is. But I gotta record that and then jump on some design work that I am fucking so late on. Not like I'm not late. Technically, I think I'm maybe Friday. I should have delivered some reviewable files. But I only drop things in the share folder when one of my design philosophies in working with clients is I show them things when I am ready. Like when I'm ready and I'm confident and we can talk about changes and I have a grip on the work. Bingo bango. Yeah, like Hellraiser, or like, oh, maybe like Helen Raiser. Bella Demise. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one, Doris. But I like something like Hella Raiser, right? Hella Raiser just sounds awesome. I just watched Hellraiser 1 and 2 also. I think they're on Amazon Prime. But fucking, like, I don't know, man. I right, like, you kind of have to say that the Cenobites. I mean, Hellraiser is 1 and 2, okay? But it is the scariest shit on earth. It just is. I mean, I don't care. I know everyone's so cynical today, and like, no one can admit getting scared, but Hellraiser 1 and 2 scared the shit out of me every time I fucking watch them. But it's like, I think part of the idea for Hellraiser that keeps it in check within the audience, like the context of the audience watching the movie, it's that, like, you're not truly afraid because you have to summon the Cenobites. You have to solve the box. And I think that's like, like, there's a little bit of a subconscious thing that happens there. Like, there's no immediate danger until you do this one thing. But I just think for something when it comes to like Freddy Krueger and Friday the 13th, or sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street. I think with Nightmare, dude, it is something. I mean, Freddy Krueger is the absolute perfect movie monster. Just like everything about him being able and do things in your dreams. And then every single one of those movies, like, what everyone's trying not to sleep, which is the hardest thing to do when you're it's like, like, it plays into so much fear and anxiety. Like, Freddy Krueger is the perfect horror, like, villain monster. I don't think anyone's even close to Freddy. I don't. No monster is as good as Freddy Krueger. Like, don't agree? Come at me, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, Texas Chainsaw, like, some of the I think it's Texas Chainsaw, the New Beginning. There's been like 3 reboots, right? Like 3 modern day reboots of Texas Chainsaw, and each one is good. Like, they always do stuff. One of them had like Stephen Dorff in it that was about the family before the events of Texas Chainsaw. But yeah, and dude, even Texas, like, the thing that gets everyone, I think, with Texas too, it's that that they're like a family, that they're not just like psychotic, that they're just maybe like inbred, and they don't like, they just live in a different world and don't have many rules. But yeah, even the idea of like knowing that, yeah, like, a lot of that stuff was taken from like true accounts and like true stories, it is mind-numbing sometimes. But one of those had like a sequel, but I think the sequel was a prequel, and then they did like another update that was like another, it was almost like prequel. The flow of those movies, but most of them, I mean, I think Texas might be the most consistent of all the franchises, because I think they hold up much more. I mean, you can kind of make the argument with Chucky too, like the whole Chucky series. Just, I'm talking like as a body, really holds up, I think. We gotta sign this, boys and girls. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, dude. You know, I've read his book, The Green Light. I know it's on Audible. I don't know if you're much of a reader, Doris, but here we go. F Texas. There you go. But Matthew McConaughey's book is so freaking legit. And I read it while I was on this like bro vacation in St. Pete, Florida, which was a amazing trip. And I read it in the course of a few days. I did have a layover, so that helped. But I enjoyed that book so much. And McConaughey's the best. I don't care. He's like my favorite actor. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Audible's so freaking good. I love Audible. I think I have like 5 credits left in Audible. It's insane. Yeah, check it out. And he narrates it. And I love his voice too. I love his voice. So okay, so everyone, we have Teddy Dreddy here. I think we did a good job. My next move is, I don't know. So like this story, I'm doing it very much like I did with UZI SUZI. It's going to be black and white with gray tones. But I may scan this and like throw some color on it. But I think this is cool, right? And then I don't know. Like I think we should sketch the girl out. Right? Let's just sketch the girl out. What's this? We haven't decided what we're calling the babe yet. Anatomy wise, though, right? We have to be intelligent. So if Lady Death has boobies, she should have a bigger waist. She should be flipped. If Lady Death is less muscular, this girl should be more muscular. Like I really want to just like flip it. So, but I really would like her skin to be pink. I don't know why. I just think that would be fucking awesome. I do like Hellraiser though. Damn, Hellraiser just sounds so freaking cool. Yeah, maybe it's not. Well, Helen, it doesn't have to be sexy. I do like Bella Demise. But maybe not even Bella. Maybe like Denise Demise or something like that, right? Because like again, like Lady Death. I don't know. I like the Hellraiser though. Just because it's stupid. Like it's fucking dumb, and we're talking about comics, right? Like comics should never ever be created to be serious. Lady Death has long hair, our girl will have short hair. You guys get it, right? We're doing pencil here, and then, geez, we're already pushing 2 hours. But see, like the actual face of Lady Death, there's nothing. It's not designed. It's just a rendering of a woman's face. But I want her to have this like sick short hair. Like really fucking sick short hair. Like, like we can kind of start there. Let's see what. Yeah, kind of, right? Yeah, like, like it's definitely Irish though. Yeah, I know, like right. I know Demise is a it is, but like Hellraiser is just stupid. It's funny, it's stupid. I think people would chuckle when like you see that on paper, you chuckle. But let's get like like she needs like I kind of want to say she needs facial features. And I don't think Lady Death has like facial features. If that makes any I know like that kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. But Lady Death has those like white eyes. I'm going from memory here too. Like, so maybe like should I just give her like a bigger nose? Should I just go as much against type as possible? Because Lady Death doesn't have pupils. But that doesn't mean our girl doesn't. Like I almost just want to again, like everything that Lady Death has, this girl will have the opposite of. So if Lady Death has small lips, this girl will have like big lips, like stuff like that. Okay, like maybe give her like a stronger cheekbone, like stronger jawline. Like that's like I guess like that's more like that's really just design driven, like again, because we're coming into this with a like with goals, like we have a little bit of a philosophy. But I really would like her to have 0 pupils. But I don't know if she works with bigger eyes. I think she needs smaller eyes. Yeah, Hellraiser just might. I just think that's, to me, that just sounds like funny. It's, I know I keep saying that. I sound like a little bit like a broken record, but I just mean like like when something entertains you, it's going to entertain someone else. And that's the whole idea. And we will make her like she will definitely, because like Lady Death and Evil Ernie are so like they're kind of complementary. And I think like Hellraiser should be a little bit like opposite of Teddy Dreddy. Yeah, we can also like give her maybe like one clear pupil and one dark pupil. I think that's cool. Like like maybe kind of really make her kind of, but like she still needs something, right? Like like, I know we talked about her proportions, but she's going to need something like on her face too that says hell, like a scar, just something. Yeah, see, I don't know. Maybe she is like a little too rough. But we'll see. Like, let's just kind of look at some of, like, let's just have a light conversation about what we really want from her, like proportions. We want wide shoulders. We want like a nice thin waist. And then like almost like the character design or like the anatomy or like the look from the sister, right? The older sister from Lulu and Stitch. Like that's really what I would like to emulate here. The older sister from Lulu and Stitch. So like this is what I had in mind for her. But maybe I know I said like do the opposite, but maybe like like maybe her boobs like should be huge, humongous. Just because I think it's visually more there, just like proportionally what's pleasing to the eye type stuff. But we can really like cut that waist in like as far as we like. But I'm fine with her looking, just visually looking like super like powerful because like like in reality speaking she is supposed to be like a wielder of like deep magic. So why why can't she look strong to be able to do something like that? Right? Like she'll definitely have like Lady Death has a sword, she'll have a sword. Yeah, what happened Monday that's the Netflix one where all the sisters are, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they all kind of like work one job and have like one thing to do, and the one like gets killed or disappears, and then and then at the end there's only one of them remains, right? But that whoever is in that, she's in a couple other really cool Netflix movies, and I love that girl. She is beautiful. She's just one of I don't even know her name, but she's just one of those actresses that like when she's on screen, you just like look at her and you're like, like that person is a different species. Like they don't come from like our world. Yeah, right. Yeah, like maybe that's a little bit of like what's in there. Yeah. Naomi, right? Naomi. Yeah, she is. She's in like another one that it always comes up for like a suggestion. There's one where she is. I think they're in like Afghanistan or like Iraq, and I think her daughter gets like kidnapped. And she's got to kind of like hunt down whoever like kidnapped her daughter. It's like a desert looking one though, but that one looks freaking awesome too. Yeah, that's who would play her too, right? But I just feel like she still needs like a like visually, this girl needs a freaking hook to kind of give her a little bit of that like Hellraiser cell. And like these arms are not working. It's almost like you really do have to go like super wide with just the flow of anatomy. Like you do have to give her big shoulders. She is going to have like biceps. Which I am fine with. It's just a matter of making that decision and moving on from there. Everything's drawing is just one decision after the next. That's all it is. Alexa, who won the Bills game?
In the Monday Night Football game yesterday, the Titans beat the Bills.
Wow, the Titans won. Alexa, stop. Wow. Was not expecting that. Maybe it's Angel of Mine. Yeah, let me just look that up real quick. Angel of Mine. Is that the one? No, maybe. I don't think this is it. Right, let me just make sure. It is 2019. Hold up. So here, let's just do her name and Netflix, and let's just see what comes up. I think it's this. I think it's called Close. I think this is it. Trained to Protect, Born to Survive. Yeah, see, it's kind of like a desert setting. I gotta see. I might just. I got stuff to do. Yeah, see, like look at that. Like, come on, how do you not love that? That's why I like that Kate movie. And there's another movie. I love Kate, and there's Milkshake Gunpowder that is almost like a comic book version of Kate. And that fucking movie was awesome. But you know, like I would almost say, like, see, oh, that's it. Like she needs like a skull that is almost just like smashed, like between her like boobalas, like a skull piece of jewelry that lies like right on her clavicle. That is fucking cool. And like the whole idea too is like she's got to be like an agent of like absolute doom if her body represents like the amount of magic that she kind of has in her. I think that's like a good spin. I think that's a good spin. Haven't seen that. Jolt. No, what the is Jolt Netflix? Jolt movie. What is this? Oh, this looks cool. What the hell is this? This is, look at this fucking movie. Oh, it's on Amazon. Oh, is Jolt like a girl version of that what's that Jason Statham movie where he keeps charging himself? Kate Beckinsale too. She's awesome. Dude, look at this movie. Oh, look at this. Look at all these people in it. Susan Sarandon. Is that Stanley Tucci? Whoever this guy is, he is awesome too. I love him. He's in that Other Guys movie. This is cool. Jolt. Yeah, this looks cool. Dude, look at her, man. Babes. Babe alert. Let's do this. I love it. Yeah, and then like she'll have this like, yeah, like I'm kind of okay if she doesn't have this like epic sword, but she needs to have like a distinctive sword though for sure. Like definitely like back themed. Yeah, yes, there you go. Yeah, touche. Yeah, no spoilers. Even though I don't believe in spoilers, I have a huge philosophy with spoilers. I say fuck it, right? Because like, what if someone sat down today to watch like The Godfather for the first time? Most likely, you know spoilers for Godfather, and it doesn't make The Godfather like not amazing, right? Or Usual Suspects. Or knowing like what the hook is for like Seven or Fight Club. You can know the hook of all of those movies, and I don't think it takes away from the experience. Yeah, she's only 6 years younger than me. Yeah, dude, like we're in an age now where age just meaningless, means nothing, doesn't matter. No one looks their age anymore unless you just really don't take care of yourself. But I say the hell with it. This is, we team aka pad. We work out almost every single day. We have our vitamin mineral stack. We take care of ourselves. We read, we study. We forward it. We don't take anything for granted. at Team AKA Pad. That's what the AKA Pad Army is all about. Nothing for granted. No days off. Yeah, so like part of this too, like design wise, I really like the idea of kind of her almost being topless. Like being topless, but then being like armored on the way down. I just think that's awesome. Like even like maybe giving her like a corset, like an armored corset. Which I used to like date a girl that always wore a freaking corset, and she was like somehow convinced, and she was in like also like crazy in shape, and for whatever reason, you know, she was obsessed with her waistline. Just like, man, like, you know, society just messes people up, I guess. Culture. Can't say you don't see it. You can't say it's not there, because it is. Have I seen agreed somewhat? Yeah, Alpha. Wait, what is Alpha? Alpha movie, right? Alpha movie. Oh no! You know, someone told me this was good too. This is like the one with like that. Someone told me this was good, and that's not a. That's not a like exclusive. This is just like a straight up movie, right? This is dude. I love. I'm always like watching Wolf stuff. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. Dude, I'm always watching Wolf stuff. I just love. Look how cute this is. Look how cute that is. I just love wolves. I really do. Even though they're the most fearful hunters aren't like laying next to like a freaking bear. Yeah. Yeah. But no, like it's just a like look, I know like we're doing a run here, like right, like I'm talking to some of the people that might catch this stuff in a replay, but I know we're talking about movies and all these other things, but look, I have to stand by a little bit of what I was saying earlier. It's like you do two things. You're either busy absorbing content or you're busy like making content, and you have to be aggressive on which one of those two you are. And I'm perfectly comfortable in saying that like I'd rather make my content, but I created a podcast a couple years ago that I still contribute, like I obsessively watch movies for that. But I say this a lot, if I didn't have basically a movie like Peter Time talk show type thing, like I probably wouldn't watch as much, because I don't have much of a desire just to watch something. I like to watch it with like purpose. So I do feel like we have something here. I think we have something. Like her tunic here, I guess, will be like the back flap. It'll cover her butt. And you guys know her butt will be completely exposed, but it's a cool visual here. I think we're in good shape. I'm happy with this. I guess we're not doing any sketchbook work. It's been 2 hours. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. One more. Yeah, that's the ending. Okay, look, everyone, Thursday. I know we're doing like a comic book tomorrow. We're doing Wildstorm Wednesday, but Thursday will be Turtle Soup Thursday. And I take these just as a preview, right? This is what I get my pizzas on, and then I draw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters on them. So we have a lot of them. And I would like to do that for like another 2 hours so I can catch up on some of these blanks that I have. I have too many blanks. This is Red Bull. Look at Red Bull. Isn't he cool? Wingnut over here. Chrome Dome I fucking hate. This one sucks. Samurai Leonardo. Wingnut. Or Screw Loose. That's Screw Loose. And Super Shredder was the one we did like 2 weeks ago. So we're going to be doing those. We're still marching towards the themed streams for some of my comic book projects, namely UZI SUZI, Trial by Fire, and Dark Hero. It's just a lot of stuff, a lot of content. This is why it's good to follow me wherever I'm at, because I'm always updating and posting. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. I love you guys so much. Until next time, rock and roll. Get to it.